Dedication we have for Heroes of the Storm content as we do finally actually get a draft underway, Starving. We do have Team Gaming Esports up against Fresh in this lower hand bracket, and it is a best of one. So Infernal Shrines is the battleground of choosing. Will we see some cheesy comps, and will we see some interesting strats?
Potentially. I suppose another question we can ask is, are we going to see the generic bans in first picks of Uther, Calfas, Tarand?
It's actually going to be Towers of Doom, guys.
Going to the Towers of Doom?
Yeah. We are getting it changed, apparently.
Wrong link was sent. Shouldn't have been Infernal Shrines. Should be Towers of Doom, the latest map coming. I really like Towers of Doom, and I'm excited to see it in this competitive environment, especially what these two teams can really do on this map, because it's just got such a nice different feel to it.
I'm not even sure. What is the best strat for Towers of Doom?
Kill them all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kill the core, yes. Yes. But what is the best way to achieve that? Is it to team fight while looking for the shrines, or is it to split push and try to get as many towers as possible? Like, what's more important, having more forts so you have more bullets, or getting the tributes themselves?
My personal take is getting the tributes themselves. You can have 4 or 5 towers, but if you're not capturing the tributes, you're not using them. They're not firing. Plus, they don't take that long to cap, and I think it's still. Well, it's been out for a while now. I'm not 100% on the best strategy yet. So I'm just waiting to see if I can get a new something.
Yeah, Towers of Doom has been interesting. Whenever I've seen VODs for scrims in the scene, it seems as if teams will just try and go for an all-out engage comp and fight over one point, and then they'll have someone sneakily cap another.
Yeah.
But it seems to be... I've seen Zeratul used a fair bit, Kelfast. People with good zone control, like Phoenix and AoE tanks, be it Leoric and whatnot. They have a high precedence. But I believe, are we waiting for another draft just with the updated map?
Yeah, I got your new link for you.
Wrong chat.
Let's load that one up.
And now we're just waiting for Team Gaming Esports.
We will get there, ladies and gentlemen, or dude and dudettes, as some people have referenced. But,
Yeah, I got to thank the viewers for being so patient. Of course, these slow stances, I guess, can come into play. Teams obviously having a bit of a power outage at the moment, which is kind of sad. It's very sad indeed. But hopefully, we've had a wee update, sorting it out now, and he'll be back there ASAP. Hopefully, they aren't too far away. Team Gaming Esports certainly ticking down the time. But similar to the time bomb, and I could say against time would be too happy about that, would he?
Yeah, it's definitely the nature of the brackets. It always starts off quick, but as you get longer throughout the day, the breaks between games obviously always go further. And we actually got word that, who was it? The person who has the power outage is actually going to drive to a friend's house to play.
Legendary.
That is dedication.
That is.
He's taking a page out of your book there, happy mate.
5 hours from now, we'll
Let's
be playing
hope
the
he doesn't
game.
have a blown tyre too.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just waiting for this draft to get underway so we can really do some amazing stuff.
So let's load it up.
Yeah, just Towers of Doom. I'm really looking. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. I have to say, Towers of Doom is one of my favourite maps at the moment. I just like the way it plays. I love how the minions kind of interact. I love that when you get those pumpkin minions, the siege minions, and they run into the wall for extra damage. I think it's just clever that. And what's very different about it than as opposed to a lot of other maps is capturing objectives in other maps gives you a significant advantage in the game. Blackheart's Bay, you get experience, it blows up structures. Cursed Hollow, you eventually get this massive lane push. You look at Infernal Shrines, again, it's all about experience. Towers of Doom, when you take that objective and your towers fire, you don't get experience. So it really makes the games much more closer. If you dedicate yourself too much to fighting on the objectives, there's no offshoot of, if we fight here and win, we get experience. It's like, no, you're actually not gaining experience by going to capture the objectives. It's a very different feel from the other maps. So that's why I'm really excited about Towers of Doom and how these teams are going to respond to that, how they're going to actually play around that. Will they take that split lane pusher just to sit there and soak experience? Lost Vikings could have a major impact on this map, though we have seen them earlier in the game not provide the advantage the team was hoping for.
It definitely seems to be like a map that I'd seen in Hero League where people tend to pick more hero-killing focused heroes.
Yep.
Like Novas and stuff like that. So I'd be happy if we see a Nova in here.
All right, so the drafting has started. So let's get into it. First ban coming out from Fresh on Uther. Not wanting to deal with any sort of divine shields. Again, this could be playing with, when you are fighting on those objectives, your experience is coming from hero kills. So to remove any way for the enemy to live, and Uther's a great pick from that.
Yeah.
We did actually have a tip-off before by Blue in chat saying they've played Gazlo on this map before. We did mention that Phoenix from Calfast is a nuisance and they do ban it away. They don't want Fresh to pick it up straight away. But another strong pick and one that's been strong throughout the day, Zagara instantly locked in with Fresh. No denying that one.
If you're not going to ban it, someone's certainly going to pick it. That's the truth. Quite a large map as well where mobility can be very handy. Being able to get to those points and possibly steal one under their noses could be very effective.
Alright, so Team Gaming picking up Tyrande and Felstad. Felstad with the ability to fly across the map to grab out those, let's say those, I can't remember, the temples or tributes or whatever they are. To pick up the objectives when the teams are fighting on opposite sides of the map. Because this still has 3 objectives spawn at once. So you get a lot of value from Felstad and that. And he's a good hero. Gust can be used to really disrupt the enemy team as well. Behind here, what Fresh will pick up. They've already got Zagara. Thrall, we've seen him. He's done so much damage in earlier games, and hopefully he can carry on that tradition in this one as well.
I'm actually looking forward to the Thrall. I like seeing him because he's been out of the meta for so long. When he first came out, he was completely imbalanced, and he would self-heal himself ridiculous amounts. And then they kind of nerfed him too much. And now they've brought him back to a stage where I don't think he's too strong, but at the same time, he's definitely pick-worthy.
If he's caught, he can be blown up.
Yeah.
And that's what brings him back a little bit in balance. But he does enough damage now. And those scaling changes have been so beneficial for the game. Except for towers. I'm looking forward to tower damage in the next patch. Increased tower damage. Alright, so Johanna's been picked up. Again, a really good frontline disruption. Wave clear. Johanna is a force to be reckoned on the Towers of Doom map. And a
Rhaegar ban. Okay. I was potentially thinking maybe they'd go for Jaina, but they might be wanting to pick up Jaina themselves as they've already banned away KT.
Yeah.
Diablo gets taken away as well. Another strong tank we've seen a lot of today. And Team Gaming Esports might not even have wanted Diablo. I mean, you do have the option with Tyrande and Fausted, but they may be opting for a more AoE-centric tank like Leoric, someone that can keep coming back from the grave and keep scouting out to see what teams are up to. But Team Gaming can go a few different ways here. They haven't really revealed too much of the strategy so far.
I'm hoping to see Gazlo. That would be
I'm hoping so too. I'm hoping to see some niche picks. I say it's the best of one. There's no point leaving these strats unused.
What about a crazy double pick here? Karazim and Malfurion.
With a Tyrande and the solo damage on Gus Fausted, probably the worst comp for in Oscod.
And then they can pick up Gazlo at the end.
Yeah, Gazlo tank man. He's got it sorted.
Robo Goblin Gazlo, he's got this. I mean, Muradin's still on the board, and he's definitely a huge tank, strong tank like being this. And then even ETC is still around as well. But I don't know if they would take ETC in this comp. I feel Muradin, probably last pick Muradin coming out of Team Gaming Esports.
They do lock and Reynolds are still yet to pick a tank. They haven't revealed if they're going to go solo support with Tyrande. But they are locking in Tesla, which means they're going for a hybrid. They don't want to pick their final tank just yet. And Fresh instantly say, right, you don't want to pick Jaina, you don't want to ban it, we'll take it. And also hovering Medic.
I like that. I like the Medic. She can allow people, because her healing is so strong, all they have to do is back out of the fight for a second. She tops them back off, and then they can go straight
back in. And with a hero like Thrall and Johanna, that's exactly what they want to do. Yeah. Get in there, get a bit of damage when things heat up, and get out. Yeah. And I still feel Team Gaming Esports. I do feel Muradin is a good choice. What other tanks do you think really going with these lines? I mean, Diablo's already off the table. He's been banned out.
You need something that can get on top of Lieutenant Morales.
Yeah.
Like, that is the must. So I would say Muradin.
Yeah.
It's a safe pick.
Even with his changes to his avatar no longer... Ooh, ETC, power slides in, sort of same effect.
Yeah, same thing, but different. He's got beef.
We're not going to see a Gazlo this time. Possibly if they go through this one into the next losers bracket game, they might bust it out. But I say it's so risky when it's only a best of one. You don't want to be busting out things just for the cool surprise element on stream, just to look cool and to show off. You want to make sure you actually get through to that powerful position and secure yourself a qualifying spot. But those are your two team comps, and I'm just looking at solo tank with an ETC. Usually isn't the best. But, you know, we've seen Testartron being played a few times today with his Sonya utilised. How does plays out with a solo ETC? We'll just have to see.
So I'll be getting invited into the game as well. Exciting times. Been waiting a wee while for this, and of course another best of one. A couple of names of recognising here. As I didn't quite see before. Hiccup, James, Nazgul, all familiar people there. And this is the first time we've actually seen Desire in this team play, am I right?
Yes, this is the first time they're on stream. Big shout out to my boy James. He's actually not playing Illidan or Zeratul. His hero pool is bigger than that. He'll know that it's all just good fun and great banter, but here we go. Towers of Doom, best of one about to start. And both teams should be hopefully ready.
Alright, we are in the game lobby. We are prepped and getting ready to go. All the casters are in, all the players are in, and all the heroes are being selected.
Out of these two teams, who do you think has a stronger team fight just sitting around the shrine, or I think it's a tombstone, isn't it? Something like that. Something Halloween-ish. But which team do you reckon, if they'll have a 5v5 engagement, same level, at one of these objectives, who do you reckon comes out on top?
Let's have a look at the draft and its overlay form.
I'm quite a fan of Fresh's comp, to be honest.
So am I. I'm liking how they have the ability to duck in and duck out. They've got enough CC. Lieutenant Morale's such a strong solo healer. Like I said, with the mobility of them being able to get in and get out, all they need is a couple of seconds to be topped off. They can deal the damage at a range as well. The Team Gaming Esports, I feel like they have quite a bit of burst. If they lock down someone, they can potentially get a nice easy kill on Lieutenant Morales or Jaina. It just depends how well they handle it, and the Gusts are going to be a big enemy for New and his team. If Lieutenant Morales gets gusted away, which is a high probability, we could see the team comp fall apart very quickly.
And we can see the synergy between these two teams. They might not all have the same mounts. We're not too sure yet. We're just waiting for them to load in. But they all do have that same level 40 alpha portrait, which looks wonderful.
Nice. Very professional indeed. But I'll tell you what, me and Skimmy will take this one away. And this, of course, I believe is a best of one. So whoever wins this one, well, they move on, essentially, in the losers bracket. There's no best of threes in the losers bracket, unfortunately. But on the left-hand side, I'll kick it off. I got New playing Thrall. Terra Nix, I believe. I can't quite pronounce it.
Eternal Nix, I believe.
Eternal Nix. Lieutenant Morales. Steve-O. Can't pronounce that either. Playing Zagara. Jim Jam. Jaina. Arcana. Playing Joanna. So Jim Jam loves his Jaina, doesn't he?
And Odazide is heading up there. Falster. Blue Aura on Tassadar. Nazgul on Tarund. Hiccup on ETC, and to finish things off, James is playing Raynor. Now, both teams have actually opted to go for the opposite sides. Okay, here we go straight away. The Onto Tower, Fresh taking that one down with no problem whatsoever. And, Team Gaming Esports have no response to that. They're only working towards that mid tower now. They're already on towards that second tower, so they definitely have that big advantage, and that's going to free up a lot of space to start things off with.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive way to start, and I mean, the XP advantage is definitely been set, but a big gank could potentially happen here with the 5 men. But no, Zagara does opt instead to stay at the top lane. There's going to be a lot of pressure up there. And this could potentially be an interesting strat. They've taken down the forts. All they need to do is take down the fountain and whatnot. And then they can just run those easy camps straight into that tower and get themselves a free cap. Maybe that might be very, very good at the start of the game when you're getting those shots fired, you know?
That's it, and I say New going up against Fausted, and then, Frau doing so much work. Already put Fausted to half. He hasn't tapped well from what I can see. And the wave is going to get pushed in there as there's a strong rotate coming through to this mid lane, looking to try and pick off Arcana. He does have Lieutenant Morales, and he does actually go for the turn. Now he's got 4 members on towards him. The shield is going to expire. The stun just misses. It would have landed and locked him up, but we do miss it. And Blue Raw forced to pop the invulnerability, but still no deaths at the stage.
Very smart to pop that indeed. Sometimes you regret it if you don't and you get taken out. Very, very sad, but he does manage to get away. And this has been the altars are spawning altars. Altars are spawning for the first time, and I mean, there's a couple of interesting things you can do here. And while we were talking, Zoragara actually got picked, so she got ran up to the top there and got a bit rinsed. But the game stream apparently is
it's on our faces. Yeah. We're getting hyped. You can see we're animated from our faces and we're looking good. We're Kiwi assassins right here, but we'll carry on anyway. You can imagine we're a radio channel because TV is not mainstream just show yet. And there we go, New coming in. There goes the Fausted flying in as well. Nazgul getting dropped super low. It's Tehran. Arcana might be a casualty here. He's running away. He does drop. Hiccup super low. There's the Cal doing his very best. He does manage to elude any death. And first 2 kills going in favour of Team Gaming eSports.
Indeed. Sorry about that error there, lads. That's not something under me and Skimmy's control, just casting away, but Nazgul does manage to shoot off those shots. Essentially 4-4-4. That's very interesting. 4-4-4. And very good indeed. So that's going to take it 36-36. Like I said, these games are a lot different. The amount of strats you can pull out, it's quite strange. But as we're talking about that, Jim Jam is getting a bit caught out, but Joanna is running down. Arcana wanting to protect her friend. Nazgul getting dropped dangerously low as well, but this is a dangerous spot to be. Jim Jam and Arcana might be getting a little bit baited here and actually go down. Indeed, they did get baited, and now look at the position they're in. Oh, Joanna, what are you going to do? New's now trapped, and Hiccup is certainly going to help him take him down. Arcana and all just got a bit too overconfident there. They did get 1, but at a cost of 2. So obviously not too economically sound there, and they might actually pick up this easy camp.
They do, and now TG are going to pick up that easy camp. They're going to push that through into the bottom-hand side of the map, and Arcana's walking in. He's actually going for this point. He doesn't seem to care. He does decide to back off smartly. He wouldn't have been able to hold that one off. And, levels are pretty even. It's 6 apiece. Both shots have been fired. They are looking still for more kills. Arcana does drop in the end. And Hiccup might be a casualty as well. He's super low.
Super low.
He's got no mana.
Oh, he survives. Another shield going off. Desire now in a bit of a trouble himself. But they managed to get out of there. And, I mean, these greedy players aren't playing off too well for them. They are losing a couple of characters or a couple of heroes left and right. But, Red Team are responding really well. They might actually be able to get a cheeky point here, a cheeky cap. And, I mean, I really like what they're doing with the team comp. Staying alive, getting these picks, doing nice trades. It's really working out for them. We can see that they did capture that easy camp before, which is going to soften up the bottom lane or mid lane, respectively, wherever that ran. And, this game really starts getting a bit more exciting once the walls have been taken down and you've got easy camps running straight for the fort. So, always very exciting. But now we are certainly going to see a fighter up very soon. Steve are going to handle with Blue Aura the bot. James getting taken down very low. Double stun up to the heroes above. And Desire doing the best he can. He's trying so hard to get this camp. Probably just not going to happen. Neither team really allowing anything like that to happen. And with a hero like Zagara, and you can just drop roaches, it's as simple as that.
Well, I'm bouncing between both these altars. They're trying to deny 2 at once. It's absolutely huge plays. Jim Jam now does begin the cast, and it may finally go off in this bottom-hand side. It does successfully land. Now there's only that middle one left to go for as the teams do converge. And a big skirmish has been breaking out. They're so super low, but Medic is going to top them back up. And Tehran going to do her very best job to keep them going as well. The stun does unfortunately miss. The cow does chase on. He's in a bit of a dangerous spot now. He is going to drop, and that's what we were talking about before, the solo squishiness of an ETC. As he does fall, and the team now does have to back off as Steve-O begins to capture on this one.
Indeed. And
as he jukes us, actually.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we saw James just heading away on Arcana there. And of course, you're not going to be doing too much damage to him while he's getting healed up by Lieutenant Morales. So really showing the power of Lieutenant there. He's just healing up, and Raynor's really having a hard time doing the damage he needs to do at this early point in game. He's really going to be waiting for those the Giant Killer and that sort of thing, and all his other talents to really punch through those tanks if he needs to. But the thing is Lieutenant Morales is really giving them a hard time at the moment. And with a solo tank being ETC and not with one hard healer but 2 hybrids, making it very difficult.
Arcana has picked up battle momentum, looking to try and get that condemn cooldown to the smallest degree. As Fausted did get the solo cap on the easy cap there, he has now Tassadar to join in as they try and push it towards this tower and let the minions do their work. As a 4-man push does take place, Zagara doing her best to solo handle that top-hand side.
Beautifully handled with that easy camp as well. These easy camps are just going to run straight to the fort, and look at that damage going for the trade of the forts here. Very smart. Not much damage left to unpile now, and that is certainly going to go down. And that's going to bring it to 4-3, or soon to be 5-3, in fact. And, Red Team, they weren't actually able to get that, get the trade off at the top there, but they're managing to weak it, and that is there's at least a start. 36-28 in favour of blue, or left side in this case. So Jim Jam and the boys certainly doing a good job, and if they can keep it up, this could go in their favour. 10-9.
Well, level 10 isn't too far away. Sundering is full start going straight onto Tehran, the squishiest target in that lineup. They're going for the Maw! The Maw does land as Fausted flies in. Hiccup doing his very best.
Here comes the Ring of Frost!
They're still not level 10. They can't do anything. They're going straight for the Ring of Frost. Only one die, surprisingly, given that Maw was so huge. And it was Tehran, the squishiest target right there, but they're not giving up just yet. Alter is in 25 seconds. They do decide to back away, get topped up, and, they're looking to make a big lead.
Yeah, that Maw was really nice. Saw it coming out. I was just waiting for the animation, and there, sure it came, sucking up 2 of the characters there and really destabilised the fight for the red team. Desired and the boys just hanging around that altar, and they really want that. Obviously, they are a bit behind in shots fired, but certainly shots have been fired and will be fired very shortly. Nice sci-fi wall there to stop any movement, and James cheekily trying to grab that capture point. No chance in hell, he says. Nice Baneling Bus going to connect with all of those, and Arcana doing his very best to try and keep them all clumped up. Very nice indeed. Ultimates all still on cooldown, but I mean the red team in a pretty good situation here. Ults are up, Mosh Pit is up, Hyperion is up. They can definitely make some plays here. Sci-Fi Wall is also up, and there it goes. Arcana getting dropped so low. Blue Aura also in a bit of a dangerous situation. Arcana, oh, nice plays there, and actually getting 2 picks on the red team. So unfortunate, very, very scary. Is James going to get away? No, he's not. Too many slows, too much range damage there, and just the chain lightning hits him, zaps him, 240 volts like the power in New Zealand, and just gets taken out like that.
They just can't keep up with the poke damage that's coming out. The sustain, it comes out of a Tehran isn't enough, given they have the poke from the Frail chain lightning, the Zagara is being a nuisance as well, and then you've got Jaina as well. You've just got all this range damage coming at you. You can obviously shield, but it's just not enough, and these fights are starting off with members on very low life totals.
It may be better if they try and accelerate the fight a bit more and not allow Lieutenant Morales to have such a strong hold in the fights. I mean, they're really extending the fights longer than they have to be. And I feel like, if you're going to do that, you might as well just back off, really, because Lieutenant Morales is going to be a real
here they go. They're coming into the bot side. They do already control that fort, as James and Blue are all looking to have a control of it once more. The flank was the plan, but they did read it, and a lovely little force wall denied that from becoming anything more. And, well, all members are still here. Steve-O, mind you, is still in the mid lane. He is going to get the cap on that as the minions do help him out. Arcana taking a lot of damage, but they split straight on towards Frol. Frol does not get stunned. Ring of Frost goes out, instantly takes out one member. On to Raynor now. Raynor getting dropped super low. The Mosh Pit doing so much. But the Maw takes him out. And James is in a 1v1 up against Steve-O. He gets the shield. He's running away. They can't run much further because the cannons will blast from the core. And, wow, 3 members dropped. 2 members do get out, but they weren't very healthy either.
Yeah, very nice Maws there. And I mean, it's really slowing them down. The Ring of Frost coming out and just immobilizing them as hard as they can. The good thing to see is they're not going to focus Blue Aura. They're getting him down really low, proccing that invulnerability, and they simply switch onto squishier targets like Raynor and Tehran. So very smart indeed. But it looks like there's been a PP.
Pause has been called, and whilst we're actually calling this, an interesting note to see is that the Hinterland Blast has been picked up, not the Mighty Gust. The Mighty Gust wouldn't really fit in with the content they're trying to run here. They already are lacking for damage in a sense. So that's interesting to see that one come out. And if we actually look at the damage meters, 31k is being pumped out by Fralda, the highest of anybody in the game, and it's followed up by TGE's Raynor, sitting on 28.
Not many surprises there. In fact, Raynor's such a strong character, especially once you start getting those Hyperions at every team fight. Of course, you're going to be catching up in the damage boards there. Still waiting for this plug puller to get back in the game, but hopefully it won't be too long. Hopefully this connection sorts itself out. But I mean, what are your thoughts so far on the game? I mean, there's almost a 2-level advantage for the blue team, you and the lads. Do you think they can come back from this? You know, it's a pretty dangerous situation.
Well, like you were referencing before, they need to sort of try and get these fights going before they take too much poke. That's what's been really letting them down so far. And the Moors have been really on point, so they need to try and shut down Steve-O. He has no gap closer. Try and land a stun and try and blow him up as quickly as possible. But I mean, the medic isn't going to get touched. Usually a target you want to be focusing because he can't heal himself. But he's been sitting pretty at the back.
Yeah, and they've been playing this very interestingly. I mean, look at how they're keeping them behind the line, and they're just saying, no, this is our tower, get lost. It's a very aggressive play style, and you know, it's very good. I'm liking this. It's a very interesting strategy. James is doing all he can, and I mean, the shields and like the minimal healing, like you said, just isn't enough. And they're trying to desperately push them off, but look at that. They can just heal up with Lieutenant Morales.
So Zagara's looking to get a push in the top lane. Once all 3 forts have been captured, shots fire on their own accord. But TGE finally do cap the one in the middle lane. They're going to deny that from happening. You know problems have occurred once you've been free capped. And they do back away now just to pick up the mercs. They actually are looking for a boss. Yeah, Arcana begins the boss, and this one pumps out a lot of damage. Just gives you some free shots. 4 shots pumping towards that core, and they only need 18 more to win this game.
A small fraction more, and they will win this game, in fact. So does look like Red Team, they did respond to that a bit late, and it looks like they might even get another shrine very shortly, being the Blue Team, and a big power slide coming out, trying to catch them Lieutenant Morales there. Might have been a good chance to actually go on him there. I don't think they actually realised how split they actually were, but nonetheless, they are going to move away from that and just kind of play it safe. Not going to blame them for that. Very smart move, generally.
So the stim drone actually did come out of medic at the very end of that boss capture, whether or not that was a misclick, but they did decide as a result they don't want to fight. They're going to go straight back through to middle and pick that one up. But it looks like TG are going to respond by trading it for the top. And, well, they do have the better advantage here, it looks like, Fresh, because they can now go in counter jungle. They can go and take those
exactly.
Those easy.
I do feel like Blue Team are coming out on top of this. They're going to be able to get double easies. Probably get that bot camp as well. Someone's most likely going to clear those creeps. But, you know, they're really just trying to apply the pressure on that top and get those 3 extra shots, it seems, with that easy camp. Don't think that'll be that easy with the Zagara hanging around up there, though. It should probably be able to handle that fort by herself, just in good due time. But, yeah, it's good that they're being active on the map and trying to act on their own terms and get some pressure out on the map. And,
the hinterland blast getting chucked there by Odesire doesn't do too much as the medic can top that up quite easily. But level 16 has been acquired by Fresh, and this is when they're going to want to really force something to happen. The talent advantage is so huge in this game. They are going to back away to get this siege camp, and the next altar will be spawning in this bottom-hand side of the map in just 10 seconds.
Yeah, and, well, we are back to 4-4, so, I mean, that's a pretty good thing, and especially in Red's position. They don't want to be getting hit for more than they have to, so it's good that they managed to even that out. Arcana and the boys just hanging around eagerly trying to get this in Gym Jam. You know what? They're just going to get this for free. So, not so good, but that's only going to be 4 shots. Looks like they're trying to hang around for some sort of fight. But like we were saying before, Skimmy, it's very difficult for them to make anything good of this because they have Lieutenant Morales. They're not exactly the team comp you want to be doing this with, you know? So, desperately trying to find a situation in which they can pick him out. I was saying before that they probably could have before. I just don't feel like they feel too confident, and there's no surprises why they're going up against quite an aggressive team.
Oh, they do lock an Arcana there, but it's the tankiest target on the team. He does juke out the stun, he pops his shield as well. They're going in for the mosh pit. Oh, the mosh pit doesn't go, but a huge 3-man more goes across. Now it's 1 cow against the world. They're all beating on towards him. He gets dropped instantly, and once again the team have to disengage. They can't find the picks they want. ETC tries to fool something. The Maw denies anything from following it up. And it's been the story of this game. They're a 3 level down now. And, well, they're beating on towards this middle fort.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to get the damage down to Arcana, but just look at the healing. This is exactly what we're talking about. They cannot fight in fights like this. If we think about it realistically, you know, it's not so hard to kill a Lieutenant Morales. And all the while, we just see Zagara doing this cheeky style gameplay all game, just capping these other points. Now look.
That's the free cap.
Yep, exactly. The free cap points. So now they're going to be firing shots just consistently. And Jim Jam is going to get... Oh, I think she actually popped an ice block there to keep herself alive. So very nice, Jim Jam managing to live. New coming in to try and get a kill. Can they get something? Looks pretty desperate, but oh no, Blue Aura going in deep. He's keen to do some damage with Hiccup. Oh, and they've already called GG. Well played. Ring of Frost being used. It looks like they're going to be going down very quickly. Hiccup getting dropped so fast. And Steve also going down as well, taking damage from the towers. And yeah, they call it. It is GG. And 4 more shots to win. And they will be coming momentarily, as they will just automatically fire from base to base.
Well, a clean ace without the stim packed up Zagara. They do force a fight. That means that they can't deny those caps. They don't even need an altar to win. The free cap did it for them. 10 shots of Valley got out of that. That's absolutely huge. And that's a best of 1. That was smashed. Completely smashed. GG.
Yeah, very good play there. And that was an interesting strat we saw. They went for a lot of like siege damage and went straight for those towers. They would keep rotating between them. And it ended up actually getting quite a lot of XP for it. So it may have worked out in their favour. Also, how they were fighting around the forts all the time. I really feel like it's underestimated, you know? The fort is like a tower. Well, it is a tower, you know? And it will deal the damage if you don't... That is massive. They needed that so badly. Unfortunately, they couldn't capture the boss. But that Mighty Gust really stalled it for a long time. That was looking like that was GG for this game, at least for Ninja and his crew. You know, that was very scary. But man, what an epic way to stay in the game, Skimmy. What an epic way.
I'm losing my voice here, mate. This is absolutely chaotic. I can't believe what's happening. This is awesome. This is the grand final, or the upper bracket grand final.